Hey, guess what? What?
It is I, Rebex!
Hello guys, what is happening? My name is Rebex. Today we are going into Path of Exile. This is a really cool MMORPG. It has a lot of similarities to Diablo, as well as a couple other dungeon fighter type games. Again, Path of Exile is in closed beta, so we are going to check it out. This is my first impressions. We're going to venture into Path of Exile today and kind of check out the basics. So let's begin. Here we go. So right off the bat, character creation begins. We have a couple different classes to choose from. Sometimes the world needs a little divine intervention. The Templar. And we have the Witch. Don't piss her off, she'll turn you into a frog. We also have the Duelist. You killed my father, now I kill you type of guy. He's also very good at dancing and doing romantic dinners, but when he's not doing that, he's killing people with his sword. Next, we have one of my favorites, the Ranger. She's awesome. She just got a haircut, too, and I believe she just got some poison arrows or something like that. And right next to the Ranger, we have the Madara. He's related to the Rock. He could be actually the Rock's older brother, something like that. I'm going to say, let's go ahead and, just for fun, let's go pick a Ranger. Now, there's a thing that says League right here. We're in the default League. Technically, you could start off in default League, but there's something called Hardcore League. Now, basically, Hardcore League, I believe you get more experience. Monsters are obviously harder, and you get better loot. Here's the thing. If you die once in Hardcore League, your character is moved back to the default League. Default League isn't bad, per se, but Hardcore, basically, you die once with any sort of way, whether you're level 1 or level 45, you'll be moved. It's kind of one of those challenges. What's the point of going to default League when you can go into Hardcore and get better experience, and it's more of a challenge? Well, I am RipperX, I am Hardcore. That's what I do. Okay, so again, Ranger time. Let's go ahead and hit OK. Again, right off the bat, I am related to Tom Hanks in Castaway, except I have blonde hair. And it's hard for me to breathe right now. Maybe I should get up real quick. Oh, there's a bow. I'm going to grab that bow real quick. Again, I can't zoom in or zoom out. This is a stuck setting in terms of camera angles. I can't really, I think they did that on purpose, obviously. Again, to move around, I'm going to be left clicking real quick. I'm going to click on this guy. You and I were the only ones that made it. Not counting my quiet friend here. Why didn't they just bloody execute us back in Othra? Thought I saw smoke at those ruins up at the beach. Get me some help, and I might just. Ooh, that is gross. Okay, that guy is definitely not human. Looks like we have a zombie here.
Zombie alert.
As you can see, I just picked up gauntlets. Since the gauntlets were viable for my character, they automatically were equipped to my character, which is cool. The thing about Path of Exile is they have this minor life flask, they call it. And what it actually does is it recharges. So you never actually have to take these out of your hotbar. You don't have to have 100 of them stuck in your inventory. The same goes with mana, which is a great feature. It also saves a lot of room in your inventory. As you can see, we are looking at my inventory right now. I do have some slots in here. Now, again, these are going to be socketed slots. Obviously, I don't have any gems I can socket yet, but we're going to be looking for some of those. I believe you can get them through quests, and sometimes you can get them through random drops. And again, there is a skill system in this game, and it's probably one of the most complex and detailed skill systems I've seen. It's like a spider web. It looks complex, right? Let me just zoom out to show you guys. This is the passive skill panel. Since I am a ranger, I'm obviously going to be focusing on certain things. Intelligence is going to be more for the mage. Attack speed is probably going to be important. Dexterity is going to be important. Evasion is going to be important. So these three things right here, these three trees, I'm going to be branching off of, and eventually, you know, you get better things from it. Over here is going to be strength. This is probably going to be for the warrior. But for me, I'm going to stick with the green. Again, 1 dexterity equals 2 accuracy, 5 dexterity equals 1 evasion. Might as well quickly check the GUI interface. We're just kind of checking out the options, pretty basic stuff. Nothing too crazy. We have the inventory we just looked at. We do have a map system as well. This obviously helps if you get lost. This is going to be the world map. As you can see, I literally just started at level 1 Twilight Strand. So our mission is basically to go here. I was also told there's a mini-boss as well. There's going to be a lot of bosses in this game. They're going to start off hard and get harder, from what I understand. So, again, we'll see what happens here. And here is our first boss. His name is Hillock. Now, this guy apparently pulls swords out of his chest, or out of his body, basically. I really want to see him pull a sword out of his chest. Let's see what happens. I do see a couple swords. That's what I was told. Oh. the good news, oh, there he goes. He just pulled a sword right out of his body. He's going to try to hit me with it. He's kind of slow, which is nice. Thank goodness I have a little bit of quickness here. And actually, I'm kind of wrecking him. I thought it would be a little bit harder. Again, this is only the first boss, though. There's going to be more bosses to come. And Hillock has been hilled by me, RipperX. Anything decent here? We have an unidentified driftwood bow. Oh my goodness. This is good news for me. I'm going to drop this one. I'm going to pick up both the unidentified bows here. And it looks like we have 6 identification scrolls. So let's go ahead and use one. So this one is, well, driftwood bow of absorption. 1 mana gained when you kill an enemy. That's okay, but what about this one here? Wow. 4 to 14 physical damage, 42% increased physical damage, 10% plus to cold resist. Heck yes.
Sexy bow alert.
I am very happy with that. Well, my friends, we've made it to the first shore encampment / town. Thank goodness it's a little bit warmer. I'm chilly. I'm going to sit by the campfire for a second. And I did get to level 2. As you can see on the bottom left, I have, well, it says 1 passive skill point available. And I also have, it says, well, enter your encampment for your reward. So it looks like I completed a quest and I leveled up. So I get 1 skill point. Let's zoom in here and see what I should add to. Now I have a choice. Attack speed. Always good to have a quicker attack speed. I have dexterity as well. It's going to be plus 10 to dexterity and evasion. I gotta say, as a ranger, in my opinion, I think dexterity is probably one of the most important things you can get. So I'm going to go ahead and click on dexterity. I'm up to 40 now. I think maybe next time I'll do evasion or possibly attack speed or maybe another dexterity. We will see what happens. Okay, it says enemy at the gate quest. You have killed Hillock. Enter the encampment for your reward. Let's go talk to Tarlia. So we get to choose our socketed gems. Right off the bat, we have split arrow. Okay, it fires multiple arrows at a different target. 2 additional arrows, 20% less damage though. Next we have Cleave. Okay, this character swings their weapon, so this is more melee. And then we have a green one here. It says dual strike. Dual wield only. Attacks with both weapons. Does not work with wands. Elemental hit. Okay, a standard attack with any weapon. Let's try this. Very cool. So it looks like the gem has been placed. It says it adds damage of a random element. So I do have a chance of shooting fire damage, cold damage, or lightning damage. This is going to be added on to the physical damage I already have. Now it says 42% increased physical damage, which is great. Looks like I also have a stash here. If we need to stash anything, obviously there's a lot of room to do that. Let's get some quests real quick. Okay, it looks like our next quest has been initiated. It says find a medicine chest. Before we do that, I'm going to sell some of my items here. Again, I don't need this bow. Now, this is interesting, guys. In this game, there is no currency. There's no gold in this game. What happens is, when you sell items, NPCs offer you, they basically barter. Random items or different things like this. Looks like she's going to be giving me 3 scroll fragments. She's basically trading me identification scrolls, which honestly is actually a pretty cool thing. In a weird way, I like that. We are bartering with NPCs here, which is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and identify this real quick. Might be able to get more for it now. Wow, this is a pretty cool scepter. Then again, I'm not a mage or a witch, but it looks like that would be nice to have. So she's offering me a decent amount of scrolls and shards. So we're gonna go ahead and hit accept offer. Okay, our next quest, again, is to find the medicine chest. Now, for you guys that don't know, Path of Exile is made by Grinding Gear Games. Now, this development team is a small group of guys out of New Zealand. Maybe there's a couple girls as well. They're very nice, and apparently they're very passionate about what they're doing. So far, the game is very impressive to me. I like the gameplay, I like the graphics. It's similar to Diablo, but at the same time, it's incredibly different. Okay, my friends, well, we have left our first town. We've left the shore encampment. Now we are basically on to our next mission. One thing I want to show you guys is on the bottom right of the screen here. Right next to my mana, my left click obviously is my default attract. Again, my left click is my default attract. Now, my right mouse button is the new elemental hit. So it looks like I can use my right mouse button to initiate this. Obviously, when I get another gem socketed, I'll be able to put it here in my middle mouse button. And it looks like the QWERT, which is obviously used, I believe, in League of Legends or Han. It kind of has a system as well. You can obviously use hotkeys. So, my friends, let's recap. Path of Exile is an upcoming online action RPG. set in a cutthroat fantasy world. It is developed by the New Zealand-based independent developer Grinding Gear Games and will be marketed as a digital download free-to-play game. Again, right now the game is in closed beta. I believe open beta will eventually happen. It doesn't hurt to sign up for the beta. You never know, you could get accepted. Now, basically, you, the player, controls a single character from an overhead perspective, as you can see now. Basically, you explore large outdoor areas and underground caves or dungeons, battling monsters and fulfilling quests from NPCs to gain experience points and equipment. Now, all the areas outside of the encampments are randomly generated for increased replayability. There is technically only one server, but the world is highly instant, providing every player with an isolated map to explore, and it's always going to be different. Now, the items are also randomly generated, and again, there's a wide variety of gem sockets as well. They come in different rarities, with increasingly more and more powerful properties as you get further up the scale. Again, we have the passive skill system. All these skills you see here are passive. And our active skill system is going to be based on our gem sockets, our socketed gems, which I only have one of right now. Now, the leagues in Path of Exile are very interesting. We have Hardcore, again, which is the league that we are playing in right now.
Hardcore!
Characters cannot be resurrected, but instead respawn back in the default league. There's an Ironman league.
Ironman.
No NPC vendors and no inherent mana regeneration for increased difficulty to foster group play. Now there's the Cutthroat League.
Ow, my throat!
Characters can enter other characters' instances to try to kill them in order to steal their items. Now that sounds like a lot of fun. Next we have Attrition.
Attrition!
Which is a short-lived league where the lowest ranking players are eliminated at regular intervals. There's also a paid league, Blank. For a small fee, the players may have a private league created, for which they may choose their own rule sets and modifiers. Now, again, this game is incredibly in-depth. There's a lot of different scenarios, there's a lot of different things that you can actually do. The league system is very interesting, especially the paid league system where you can actually customize your own rule set. You can add PvP into the mix, you can do whatever you please for a small fee, which is a great feature. Now, with regards to the beta, as of August 10th, 2011, the game was in closed beta, and it still is. But Path of Exile is expected to progress into open beta sometime in 2012, but there's a chance you can still get into the closed beta before it goes into open beta. Okay, this is new. It looks like we've encountered a mage of some sorts. This is interesting. Let's see what happens. There's a lot of monsters here. This is a yellow item. I believe yellow items are the rarest items in the game. I could be wrong, so let's go ahead and identify this. Looks like we will be able to use it. Oh my goodness. Well, I just picked up a healthy chain belt of the Newt. I believe it's 100% organic. It's a healthy chain belt. It's bringing me plus 14 to maximum energy shield, plus 17 to maximum life. As you can see on the left, my energy shield has just expanded. This is the first energy shield that I have. Now, the best way to describe it is kind of like the shield that you have in Halo. Before your life goes down, your shield will go down. I only have 15 in my energy shield. I believe I can boost that later on. But if I do get attacked by monsters, before my health goes down, my shield will go down first, then my life. So it's nice to have an energy shield, especially in hardcore league here. Because again, if you die once, you get moved to default league. In my opinion, it's pretty much pointless. You might as well play in the hard league and have a challenge. It makes the game a lot more interesting and fun. Just my opinion. Again, our goal is to find the medicine chest. And, well, we've killed a lot of the monsters here, but I don't believe I've found any chest just yet. Let's go ahead and take a look at our world map. We just came across a waypoint. I'm going to click on this. And it looks like now I can always go back to the mudflats. Based on the waypoint. So once you find a waypoint and you do activate it, you can always go back here now. It makes it a lot easier. Now these monsters are going to be level 4 instead of level 2. They're going to be a little bit harder. But again, our quest is here somewhere. Ooh, these guys are ugly. Uh-oh, gotta be careful here. We have 2 active socket gems, or gem sockets, whatever you want to call them. And what happens is the more you use them, they eventually level up. As you can see on the bottom here, under my inventory, it says, click to level up this heavy strike gem, click to level up this elemental hit gem. Again, your active skills do level up. It just takes some time, but they will get stronger and more powerful as you use them. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is RipperX. This is my first impressions of Path of Exile, again, which is in closed beta. For more information on Path of Exile, please check out MMORPG.com. We have some great reviews on the game and more detailed information. If you guys are interested in signing up for the beta, we do have a link to the website, or you can go ahead and check out Path of Exile. In the description below, I'm going to provide a link to sign up for the game directly and hopefully join the beta. Hopefully you guys will get picked. My name is RipperX. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I will see you next week for some more blood, guts, and glory. Okay, talk to you soon. Let me kill this guy real quick. Okay, adios. Ta-ta.